Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning. Another day here streaming. Just, um, just thinking, man. What's crazy about nostalgia is that it brings you back. Brings back memories, good memories. Good bad memories, but mostly good memories. Um, and yeah, man, a lot of memories of my childhood when I was growing up back in El Salvador, and this week has been, very busy with the World Cup. So you guys know I did want to see Ronaldo live that World Cup, but that dream ended yesterday with Spain overtaking Portugal 1-0. And yeah, man. That's the end of an era for a guy like Ronaldo, man. Well, made history in football. Incredible. Nothing but good memories about that guy, man. I wasn't ever like a Real Madrid fan, to be honest with you. I was more, if you were to ask me, I was more leaning into Barcelona. Um, love Messi, love both of these guys. But this World Cup, I wanted Ronaldo to win that last trophy. But I think Ronaldo's trophy was to play at 41. That's the biggest trophy you could get. Play and be at every World Cup at 41 years of age, man. Six World Cups. Portugal has been to six consecutive World Cups with this guy. So that's his gift, man. His gift is, his legacy. I mean, I would love to see him win, lift that trophy. But hey, you know, some people play better. Their teams were more prepared, probably mentally, physically. Um, there's so many things that you could just. But essentially, Ronaldo gave it all, man. He gave it all for us. We watched for many years him do great things in the field. And honestly, man, I'm happy for the guy. I'm happy that he retired. He played his last World Cup at 41 years old. And anything that brings nostalgia here to this channel is welcome. Anything that you guys, I don't know, maybe you were around my age. I'm 39 years old, almost 40. I should just say 40. Just turned 39, and shoot, man, I don't know. Lately I've been feeling very nostalgic about the 90s, man. Just been thinking about my childhood, about the early 2000s, things that I did as a young kid, how life changes as you become an adult. So if you're a kid watching this, enjoy every moment of you being a kid and you being a teenager. Have fun with your friends, you know, and do sports, man. Do sports. Don't go into this, from my experience, don't go into this chasing unrealistic things. Um because life will fly by, and then you'll wake up and you're like, wow, I lost so much time in like nonsense. So That's one piece of advice I could give you. It's, to me, that's so relatable to Ronaldo. This guy basically, look where he stands now, man. This is a person that just work his ass off to be where he is now. Disciplined guy, man. Discipline is your best friend. So, I don't know who will watch this, but if you want to do something, you can do it. You can achieve anything you want. He's a proof of it. Cristiano Ronaldo. And if you put yourself in your mind that you're gonna pursue something and you're gonna do it, yes, you can do it 100%. But you gotta be consistent and you gotta be disciplined. And that's one of the things I learned from that guy, man. Just I'm still learning. You know, I want to grow here on YouTube, man. I really, really do. Um, I want to bring you things that maybe no other channel brings you, like moments like this. Just we sit down, we talk. You're there, I'm here, and we just talk about nostalgia, how great maybe your childhood is, or maybe your childhood was. And yeah, to me, watching Ronaldo and Messi play and be part of that era, it's incredible, man. I don't think I would replace that for anything in this world. These guys brought so many good memories. Um, and they're all retiring now, man. Yes, man. Yeah, consistent persistence. You gotta give it all, bro. You gotta give it all. It doesn't matter in what part of life you are. Your time will come. Your time to shine will come. Trust me. But you gotta have that hunger as well. To just keep going nonstop. And I think everybody could do it. In your 20s, it's a lot of, you're gonna experiment a lot of things. You're gonna have love, you're gonna have disappointment of love. Um, you're gonna pursue a career, goals, um, and a lot of things that are important in life is what makes you happy, you know. So pursue what makes you happy. Yes, a career is good, and you have, a good path of a career throughout your lifetime. But then I met so many people, man, that just wake up, and this is just by me talking to people at the hospital where I work, and and this is doctors, guys. They hit that part of their life, and they're like, man, I wish I would have done something different. You know, yes, the money can be amazing. And I'm not saying if that's your passion, for by all means go. But some of them wake up and they're like, man, I this is not truly what I wanted. So it's very important to understand that what makes you happy, right? But there's also like a very thin line, because you know what makes you happy is what makes you happy gonna put food on the table. You know, if you have a family, for example, now family to me is precious. So that's what makes me happy, having my family. And I pretty much could do whatever any type of job you put me to do. If I have to do it, if I have to do anything, I will do it to provide for my family. But that's what makes me happy, like providing for my family. you know and sincerely, man, seeing Ronaldo take off after this World Cup, he provided for his family, man, for many years. He set a great example for his children, and I take my hat off. What a guy, man. Sad to see him go this way, but this is part of life. Another thing in life is that you sometimes certain things are blessings in disguise. Maybe having that one title wasn't really it. I this is what I think. Like this is me thinking. You know, I've been thinking. I'm like, yo, what if this guy surprises in like a couple of years and be like, hey, you know what? I'll be in the World Cup. Even if I play, you know, I don't know, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. But the fact that you're in that team, still playing, and then check this out. Ronaldo's son, Ronaldo Jr., he will be an adult already playing, and it's a big possibility he will be playing for Portugal. So I could just imagine the greatest gift of this man playing along his son. To me, wow. As a parent, you want to see your kids win. You want to see your kids achieve more than you um have ever achieved. It makes you proud, it makes you happy. And the biggest cheerleader out in the world are your parents. So him seeing his son play and then him playing along his son, that's epic, man. That's probably the biggest gift you could ever get. And then just imagine, just for a second, like imagine Portugal doing so good and winning a World Cup. Ronaldo, right by his son, they both win a World Cup for the first time ever for Portugal. Yo, that would be like the most historic event in football. Uh, and who knows, man? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna come back. I don't know if this is it. Would I like to see? I would definitely like to see this guy on another World Cup. He's gonna be 45. He's not gonna be the player he still is now. You know, but can he still make the team and just the presence of Ronaldo, even if he's in the bench? But I don't know, man. That would be insane. That would be so epic to see this man play with his son. That's I don't know if that's a possibility, if that ever crossed his mind, or even being a coach, man, of Portugal at 45. Is that a possibility? Who knows? But yeah, man, this guy brought a lot of nostalgia to me yesterday. Just a lot of memories from the early 2000s all the way till 2026. What a game. It's painful to see Ronaldo go. It's gonna be painful to see Messi go as well, because this would be Messi's also last World Cup, and they can both. Yo, it's crazy because I feel like they can both still be there. But you know, you want to give somebody else a turn. It's some other kid's dream to be there. So it's just fair to step aside and let the younger generation come in and show their talent in an arena like the FIFA World Cup. But yeah, guys, it's I don't know. I keep going back to the 90s, man. I don't know if there's something back there that brings me back, but it's like my childhood back in El Salvador was amazing. I just remember going to the beach on weekends, man. I remember like playing outside football with my cousins. That's true. Yes, man. You're right. Yeah. Even though, right, as fans, we're a little selfish, and we would like to see these guys, but yes, you're right. They're also human beings, and they want to possibly spend as much time with their families. And these careers are very time consuming. So, it's just fair for them to just go and enjoy their families, man. They deserve it. They gave us a huge part of their life. Every single one of them, every single player, you know, Modric, Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar. It's I can keep going and going with names, but this is my generation. This is the guys that I mean, I did see Ronaldo Nazario, from Brazil. I want to be just like that dude. This is back in the 90s, the early 90s. Um, it was my uncle used to talk about it. Yeah, man, our generation definitely will leave a amazing legacy. It's so many things were created. Our generation is responsible for so many things. This is including social media, which is incredible, man. It's we've done so much, millennials, and you know, it's just I guess time to just reflect and love whatever you had, back then. The beautiful moments you spend with you know, family, friends. And yeah, man, we'll be talking about this many years from now, I think, to our grandkids. Who knows? Um, Hopefully God grants us a decent amount of life here on earth, and we'll be telling our grandkids these stories, man. Same as my dad. My dad used to talk to me about Maradona and Pele. Um, and honestly, I used to, man, I used to think, I was like, wow, I wish I would have seen them play. And thankfully, because of YouTube, I've seen so many videos. How incredible that generation was. How incredible football was. And it has been 2030 marks 100 years of the World Cup. And I hear this is what I hear in social media, that there's gonna be, so well, this is the World Cup will be played in Portugal, Spain, and Morocco. But because of this 100-year anniversary, there's gonna be a couple matches played in Uruguay. Um, the reason why is because it marks 100 years of this event. So, man, just to go back and like my grandfather used to watch the World Cup from back in the 30s, man. You know, it's literally it's gonna be literally four generations of my family that probably have been watching the World Cup. It's amazing. What a sport. Um, what a sport. Um, and I just hope that we're still alive to see the 2030 World Cup. I think I really pray that we're healthy and we go watch it, man. It's fantastic to watch. What a moment! What you spend great time with your family, friends, sharing these moments. Man, you cry, you scream, the World Cup brings us together. Again, family, and it brings you back. That's what's crazy about the World Cup. It's so nostalgic because it brings you back to different eras of your lifetime. Like it brings me back to the early 90s. It brings me back to 98 France. Brings me at 2002 Korea and Japan. What? Yo, is what? I've seen 10 World Cups so far with this the 2026 World Cup. I think I see 1990, I remember. Even though it was very small, I still remember a little bit of it. 1994, the US, Italy, US, 1998, France, and I think I'm gonna get it right. Um, 2002, Korea and Japan. 2006, if I'm not wrong, 2006 was Africa. And then you got 2010, which was I believe it was Russia. Wait, am I? Hold on. All right, let's look this up because I don't want to screw it up. But I think I was in the right track. I think I was. Last one I said Russia. Oh wow, Russia was 2018. It was Germany. Oh yeah, so 90 Italy. So I don't have 10 World Cups. It's less. So I got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, Qatar. And yeah, this World Cup will be 10. So I'm not wrong. So you got Italy, um, and the champions was West Germany. Then you got the United States 94 champions, Brazil, France. France was the champion 98, 2002, Korea, South Korea, and Japan. Brazil was the champ. Germany, Italy in 2006. I was forgetting about Germany. Yeah. Then South Africa, Spain, champion. 2014, Brazil, Germany, champions. Russia. If I skip Russia like so far. Russia, France was champion, and then last one, Qatar, Argentina was champion. And now we got this another World Cup, Mexico, Canada, and the US. Wow. What a run, man. What a crazy run. 10 World Cups I'd watch. Um, I will tell you how many of those I watched with my father. One, two, three, four, five, six World Cups I watched with my dad out of 10. Wow. That was something, man. My dad was gone by the time Brazil, you know, 2014. Mm, insane, man. What an incredible moment to be alive to see my 10th World Cup and see the two greatest players in history play their last World Cup. It's been an incredible journey for these guys. Incredible journey for the fans as well, man. Seeing Ronaldo leave yesterday was, yo, it was very sad, man. Very nostalgic. Same, I think the same thing's gonna happen when Messi leaves that field. Whether he's a champion or he's not in this World Cup, it's gonna be very sad to see him leave because you're basically saying, yo, that's it, man. Like, can I think he can come back for one last World Cup, but I mean, you have it all now. It's like, do you want to come back? You know, I think that's where you gave it all, you got it all, and that's it, man. It's time to let younger generations take over and just enjoy the sport, enjoy the moments with family, enjoy it as much as you can, man. Because yeah, World Cup brings us together. I've seen a lot of things on TV of, people doing stuff, like just fighting, and I'm like, man, you guys should be happy that your teams got as far as they did, you know. Don't be upset with the players, man, because the team got there and it's not easy to get there. It's a path of a lot of sacrifice, and we give for granted the amount of time these guys spend outside of their families, to give us a show so we can watch and we could cheer them. So let's not forget that. Let's not forget that these guys are human beings just like me and you. And cheer them, man. Cheer them whether they lose or win, you know? And that's in any sport, not just football. Any sport, man. These A lot of these athletes, they give a significant amount of time. Yeah, man. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, passing that passion of this game for generations. Look, we're 100 years later, almost 2030, 100 years later, guys, and they're still going. The passion for football is there, alive, you know. But just be respectful, man. Be kind to each other. There's no reason to fight because your team lost. They gave it all. They were there. They were just a better team, and that's it. Anybody wants their country to go as far as they can, but there's no reason. And I understand there's a lot of passion into this, um, and the feelings can get a little mixed up, but essentially harming another human being over something like this, over a game. I don't think that the players would like to see that, to be honest. I don't think they're happy to see that. And I think that people could just, just be, all you gotta do is not hard, man. Just to be kind. I'm like, yo, listen, your team won. Congratulations. And then if I'm on the on the other end, the team who won, I'll be like, yo, your team gave it all. You know, a lot of effort. Congratulations to you too. And then that's it. You know. But what a journey, man. What an amazing moment to see these guys go. What an amazing moment to see how the World Cup brings families together. And what an amazing feel that a World Cup can give you. It brings you back. It sure brings me back to the 90s. It's very nostalgic. It's gonna be very nostalgic to see these guys go because they made so many memories for us. So, you know, I mean, you got these other younger kids, man. Dembele, Bape, Vinicius, Holland. It's their turn to shine now. It's their turn to shine, and we gotta give them that, man. But yeah, man. I like I was saying before, you know, chase what makes you happy. You know, don't ever stop chasing your dream, but just make sure that that dream makes you happy. Don't chase that dream over money. Don't stop chasing that dream over money. You know, if you want money, go get it. Hustle and work hard, and you'll be okay. But if that's not part of your dream, still chase the dream. You know. So yo, there was. Let me see if I can find this, man. So there's this book I read, and I forgot the name because this is just like Ikigai. Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. And this was written by Hector Garcia and Frances Miralles. These are the authors. So these are two authors that traveled to Okinawa, Japan, a blue zone with the world's highest concentration of centenarians, people living 100 years and older. Based on interviews with the long living residents, the book explores the routines, diets, mentalities that keep them vibrant past a century. Yo, read that book. I'll spell it for you. Ikigai. Go read that book. It's an amazing book. I read it, and wow, it's it's incredible how happiness is defined in other cultures. You know, not about material stuff, man. Like one thing that I was always passionate about was sitting here and talking to people, I guess. But I never got to do it. I've been trying for God knows how long to convince my friends back in the day. I was like, yo, let's start some like YouTube videos and stuff like this. But well, that was my dream. Their dreams were a little different, but obviously everybody has their own dreams, and you got to respect that. So I just didn't understand that I'm at the time, right? I was a young kid, 20 years old. I didn't understand that, this my friends were not into that, and that wasn't what made them happy. But now I do, and was I selfish at the time to think to try to want them to do something like that? Maybe it was, or maybe I wasn't like really understanding of what I know now, you know? And that's why I do understand that if other people don't like doing certain things, it's just not gonna happen. So like always do things that will make you happy. You, okay? Don't don't try to bring anybody in it because I mean, yes, you want people to succeed with you, right? But at the same time, is that they have their own goals, they have their own happiness. That their happy place is not your happy place. And you have to understand that it's not that they're against you; they just not into what you're into, and that's okay, you know. So you have to pursue what makes you happy, and you have to let other people pursue what makes them happy. As simple as that. But yeah, this was a thing I've been trying to do for many years, but life happened. Life gets busy. You have kids. Certain things happen, and you lose track of time at some point. And then you wake up, and I'm like, oh shoot. Okay, what have I been doing? I slacked. But yeah, man, time is limited, guys. Time is very limited, so be mindful of that. I understand if you're watching and you're in your 20s, time is limited, man. The 20s are short, they're fast, they fly by so quick. Um, and then the 30s, that's even fast. Oh, I literally remember the day I turned 30. And I felt like I said in my mind, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna take so long for me to be 40. I don't wanna be 40, blah blah blah. Next thing you know, I'm almost 40, man. I'm still 39, just turned 39, but you know, it was it was a significant amount of time that COVID literally took from us. It's I don't know, everybody got stuck home, and nobody wanna do anything. Everybody was stuck home, and time came and time went, and we're here now. So yeah, man, that's that, guys. Um, but anyways, we've talked about a little bit about the '90s. We talk a little bit about Ronaldo, and this channel is about nostalgia, going back, bring certain things that make you happy from back in the '90s, bring a little bit of the '90s um, back, and that's pretty cool, man. I honestly I enjoy talking about my childhood, and I enjoy buying things that bring me that nostalgia. And that's why you see all these things back here, because it was good moments, and I miss it a lot. I miss my childhood. Um, I miss my hometown, and I don't get me wrong. I love the U.S., but every time I go back there, it like all these memories just come back. You know, it's just like me and my cousins waking up on Saturday morning, watch cartoons, watch cartoon pretty much all morning. Then go outside on the block and just start playing football. No cars in early in the morning, Saturday morning. After that, we will go to the beach. Literally, beach is just down the road, like 5 minutes that walk down the road from our house. So we go to the beach and just play surf or play football in the sand. Um, and then like later on in the afternoon, with me and my cousin, we used to go rent the movies, and we'll come put the movies in the VHS. Um, and not knowing where our lives were gonna be, you know. So it's it was great moments, man. Then my dad taking me to, so my father had a football team back home. Yeah, small football, non-professional. On weekends, he used to be the coach of that team, and we literally, by the way, they became local champions a couple of times. It was, yeah, like couple years as that I remember, they were champs, you know. And yeah, man, I used to go there, you know, and just play in the field with the other kids, and wow, man, honestly, it was great. I and it was crazy is that I wish I could do that with my kids here in the U.S., but it's, it's very busy here, and you miss a lot of that, and just spend as much time as you can with your kids, man, because it's you do work here a lot, and then the time just never comes back. It's gone. A weekend's gone, forever. So yeah, man. If your kids make a mess in the living room, uh, just show them how to pick stuff up. Don't get frustrated over it. Just tell them, once they're finished with the mess, clean up, or you help them clean up, and then that's it, man. Um, be happy those toys are on the floor, because one day they're not gonna be there, and you're gonna miss that. That's gonna be nostalgic. That's gonna add a different era of nostalgia. The era of you being a parent. So it's like nostalgia has different faces, like child to uh like midlife, right? You remember everything from your childhood and your teenage years. Um and then once you become into like an older age man, advanced age, I think, I don't know if I'm wrong, but now you remember all of that. You being a parent, time you spent with your kids, all those moments. So two faces of nostalgia, I would think. So Yeah, man. Cherish every moment with your family, man. It's important. Right now, I'm actually working. Um, so that's why I'm not really like focusing the camera. But yeah, man, cherish every moment with your family. And yo, thank you for your support. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome. And you're welcome to subscribe. It's totally free. We want this channel to keep growing. This is some of our collection back there. And I do lives whenever I can. Today I was feeling very nostalgic and I was like, yo, I need to vent out, even if it's just to a screen with zero viewers right now. I don't know. Somebody will watch this at some point. I would like to think. So yeah, man. Take care, guys. Um, stay positive. Work hard for your dreams. And then that's it, man. I'll see you in the next live, hopefully tonight at 8 p.m. And if work's not too busy, I will try to squeeze in a live. And as we grow in this channel, eventually we will have enough subscribers so I can do it full time. And that is the goal. Anyway, take care, guys.